Okay, in this problem, again, we're reducing. This is a little extra example for you guys. Number run rule, always look for GCF, which it doesn't look like either one of these has. The numerator, though, looks like a difference of 2 squares. So we can go 3 minus x, 3 plus x. The denominator is more trinomial type, so I'm looking for something that multiplies to be 21, but adds to be positive 4. So I would go 7 and 3, so I want 7 minus 3 to make positive 4. Now, one of the things that I'm pointing out on this example is this has 3 minus x, but this is x minus 3. So one of the ways to get those to match is to factor out a negative 1. So if I factor a negative 1 out of 3 minus x, that will actually make 3 be negative and the x be positive. So it, in a sense, switches the terms around in that factor. So that's a quick little tip to get your factors to match when you notice that they're really just kind of backwards of each other. The next thing we want to look at is the domain. So remember, we cannot divide by 0. So we have, our all real numbers except that negative 7 and that 3. Once we know our domain and we have everything factored, now we can start crossing out factors that become 1. So anything in the numerator and denominator divided by itself becomes 1. So there's a couple ways I can write the final answer. I can leave it like this, or I can distribute that negative, and I could make it negative 3 minus x. I could also write the negative outside or out front and kind of switch this around. So any one of those forms are all the same thing. So be aware of that, especially if you're taking an ACT or some multiple choice test, like all 3 of those are actually the same amount. So any of those would be fine. And then you're also going to have to include for x's not equal to negative 7 or positive 3. So again, multiple ways to write your answer, but don't forget to put the domain on there too.